KBCI TV, Boise. Live from Idaho's capital city. This is 2 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone. In our top story tonight, some are calling it a miracle. Rescue crews in New Orleans are stunned that no one was killed after a freighter crashed into a shopping area.
Investigators are working on the cause. Meanwhile, Dave Failing shows us how much damage the accident caused.
Like a giant shark that chomped a bite out of the New Orleans Riverwalk, the freighter Bright Field is being pinned in place by tugboats. Officials say the freighter, as long as 2 football fields, lost engine power, making it impossible to steer. The crew shot off flares and sounded horns and a siren, giving people in the shopping complex a 3-minute warning to run for their lives.
And the fact that they did that gave people a chance to flee.
Under the heading of "It could have been a lot worse," the runaway ship stopped just short of running into a casino riverboat full of gamblers.
If that vessel had come on down and caught that gambling vessel where it was at, it would have rolled that vessel.
Joe Clay of the Riverboat Pilots Association praised the freighter's captain for dropping anchor at the right moment to guide his ship the best he could.
I commend the pilot for having what's commonly known as intestinal fortitude and not panicking and doing what he had to do.
The freighter's crew will be tested for drug and alcohol use, as is routine, and there will be a full investigation by the Coast Guard and the National Transportation Safety Board. Incredibly, most of the people on the collapsed boardwalk and in the heavily damaged shops and restaurants escaped unharmed. Hospitals did treat 116 people, but for mostly minor injuries. And as officials counted their blessings, they nonetheless continued their search.
We will not stop that effort until we've cleared a significant part of the building or the debris away.
The mayor of this city, where tourism is king, said the accident will have no effect on the upcoming Sugar and Super Bowls. Dave Failing, CBS News, New Orleans.
In local news, one Boise community had the true Christmas spirit tonight. The Lebois Junior High School Choir helped ring in the night with some Christmas caroling. This outdoor Christmas celebration helped collect food for the Idaho Food Bank warehouse, which helps feed the hungry throughout Idaho. They also had an old-fashioned bonfire to warm up the cool evening and lit up a spectacular Christmas tree.
Help is also on the way for Idaho's homeless. More than $2 million will be split up between agencies that provide help for emergency shelters and transitional housing. The community house in Boise will be getting more than $80,000. The Boise Rescue Mission and the YCA Women's and Children's Crisis Center will also get some of the money. The funds are coming from a grant that the Idaho Housing and Finance Association worked on for 3 months. And even though the Booth Home for Unwed Mothers isn't sure if they're getting any money, they say no matter who gets it, it will help.
I go from the alternative kids. It means an added resource for the people that need the help around here. There has been quite a need, and we're always full here. And so even if the funds weren't allocated to us, it would definitely help our program, and we'd be able to help advocate the program better for more people and reach more people. If Community House would take more people, then we would have, have more resources also. So.
The money won't just help the homeless. It will also assist mentally disabled, AIDS victims, and drug addicts. Long petition lists from the local Hispanic community have resulted in a quick decision by TCI to keep the top-rated Univision channel. On Friday, TCI Cablevision announced it was dropping the Spanish language channel to make room for new stations. But after listening to viewer feedback, TCI General Manager Dan Clark said the company has decided to keep Univision on in Canyon County. Univision will move from its current slot on Channel 36 to Channel 31 by the month's end. It nudges out the History Channel, which was to debut countywide at the end of December.
Today's the deadline if you want to have a hearing on removing trees from the Boise River. Flood Control District 10 has asked for a permit to cut down trees and willows on a 32-mile stretch of the river. They want to remove trees leaning towards the river, down trees, and beaver-damaged trees from Garden City to Caldwell. The idea is opposed by Idaho Rivers United, which is calling for hearings on the matter. However, some residents along the river say it's necessary. The district wants to do the work to help maintain flood control, but environmental groups claim the proposed flood control could damage the health of the river.
Taking a look at news around the nation and the world tonight.
One day after being shot by a psychotic patient, a Portland paramedic is thanking his lucky stars and a well-placed keychain for saving his life. When police responded to help deal with the patient, she pulled out a handgun and shot paramedic Kirk Wayne. The bullet struck a keychain he was wearing, and he was not hurt. A police officer then shot and killed the 45-year-old woman.
The U.S. Navy has found the black boxes from the C-130 plane that crashed off the coast of California last month. An unmanned Navy submersible videotaped the plane's tail yesterday at 5,100 feet. It also videotaped using acoustic sensors to locate the black boxes. The crash killed all but one of the 12 crewmen.
Boeing and McDonnell Douglas will merge to form the world's largest aerospace company. Seattle-based Boeing will buy McDonnell Douglas for $13.3 million. The combined company will have annual sales of about $48 billion and employ almost 200,000 people.
Crowds of children and their families gathered in St. Peter's Square in Rome for Pope John Paul's weekly address. The Pope used the occasion to bless Christmas figures, including dolls of the infant Jesus in toy mangers. The Pope wished the crowd a Merry Christmas in Italian and Spanish, and people cheered as the Pope gave them his blessing from a balcony in the Vatican.
In Downey, California, the oldest active McDonald's in the world reopened today. The restaurant first opened in 1953 but was closed in 1994 due to damage from the Northridge earthquake. The restaurant has been restored to its original red and white tile, its 2 golden arches, and the neon speedy sign of a smiling chef. Also, like the original, the restored McDonald's has no indoor seating. Employees will wear old-fashioned white uniforms, but the prices will still be up to date.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, coming up, some local college students help make this Christmas a merry one for kids in the Treasure Valley. We'll explain.
And next, the countdown is on. With only 9 shopping days left until Christmas, the last-minute rush is causing some holiday headaches. We'll have the story when 2 News continues.
2 News is brought to you in part by your local Treasure Valley Ford dealers.
Taurus, America's best-selling car, now comes with its best incentives of the year. $1,000 cash back or $217 a month for 24 months. $1,000 in cash on every 96 Taurus in stock, or $217 a month when you lease a 97 Taurus. This is the best offer of the year. $1,000 cash back or $217 a month for 24 months. With incentives this good, Taurus inventories are sure to go fast. So see your local Ford dealer today.
Last-minute Christmas gifts? No problem at Idaho Sporting Goods. At ISG, you'll find name-brand footwear from Nike, Reebok, and Adidas. Sporting equipment for soccer, football, and baseball. And Nike's clothing and accessories are priced right for this holiday gift-giving season. Idaho Sporting Goods is also the Valley's best trophy, awards, and engraving outlet. And if you need embroidery work or screen printing, don't go any further than ISG. Idaho Sporting Goods, your sports professional since 1954.
The smart clapper.
Clap things on. Clap things off. Just plug it in. Clap on your lights before you enter a room. Clap on the music. Turn the dial. Lights will turn on at the slightest sound. And clap on your TV without getting up.
Clap on, clap off. Thanks.
The Smart Clapper.
The Smart Clapper is available at Payless, Fred Meyer, Newberry, and Kmart stores. Makes a great gift.
Hi, Daddy. Tom has something to tell you.
Sometimes you're going to need to talk a long time. Lucky for you, there's Talk-A-Long, the affordable portable from AirTouch Cellular. For just $19.95, you get 150 minutes free each month. Just call 1-800-AirTouch to have Talk-A-Long delivered to your door.
Yes, sir. Oh, no, sir, no. Yes, sir.
Go ahead. It's an easy call to make.
Yes, sir.
You're watching 2 News and the Idaho News Network.
The most frantic and sometimes frustrating time of the year is in full swing, holiday shopping.
And as Siobhan Wagner reports, the last-minute rush has caused some holiday headaches for people who try to keep the peace.
He conducts an orchestra of traffic, each car an instrument in a symphony of Subarus and Suzukis. He's the traffic officer at the Boise Town Square Mall, and that's a tough job these days.
What are your main concerns when you're out here directing traffic?
getting run over and making sure to keep people happy.
It can be bumper to bumper on the roads during the holidays, people flocking to the mall to find that perfect gift. And while inside it's a hunt for what makes friends and relatives happy, outside it's a search of a different sort.
How about the parking situation? I say you're lucky if you can park close. You don't have to walk a half a mile. I took the first one I found and walked a little ways. It's not worth trying to drive and get one closer.
The mall hires extra officers to help ease the flow of traffic, something some shoppers say is necessary.
It's pretty busy. A lot of drivers who aren't really paying attention on what they're doing and pulling out in front of you.
Whether you're shopping for a few minutes or a few hours, don't go without taking these words of advice.
Be patient. I'll get you through, or we'll get you through somehow or another.
Siobhan Wagner, 2 News.
For those people who want to avoid traffic, mall security says the best time to shop is early morning or late evening.
Boise State University is doing its part to help children who might not otherwise get a toy under the tree for Christmas. The Volunteer Services Board, which is part of the Associated Students of BSU, collected almost 200 toys in about a week. Students and faculty donated the toys for kids in the Treasure Valley. At first, they were going to adopt a needy family in the area, but instead they got the whole university involved and collected hundreds of toys. They will be given to the Salvation Army tomorrow.
Well, we've probably already noticed outside, it is getting colder, isn't it?
Much colder.
Yeah.
Big difference from about a week ago this time, where temperatures were in the mid-50s. Today, they were only in the 20s. Big difference. We'll take a look at our workweek forecast in just a minute. But first, let's see what the Channel 2 chef is up to this week.
Hi, I'm Peter Schott, Channel 2 chef, and today is all about gadgets.
Hey, let's eat out. What do you feel like?
I feel like cafe au lait. Boise Town Square, Park Center, 8th Street Marketplace in Twin Falls.
Do you love it? I love it. I got it wrong.
Oh, great.
Do you love it?
I love it.
I love it.
I got it wrong.
Ross has a fabulous selection of holiday gifts. Save up to 65%. Don't you just love it?
I love it.
I love it.
Oh.
For great savings on holiday gifts, it's Ross.
I got it at Ross. I'd like you to close your eyes for a moment. Hey, ain't no peeking. Now, what does this sound mean to you? That means your husband's trying to cook again. How about this one? Means someone forgot to shovel the driveway. Okay, last one. Give up? When you buy a $5 Tri-West Lotto ticket and you hear this music, it means you've won $20 cash instantly. It's the Tri-West Lotto $50,000 cash giveaway. 20 bucks at a time until it's all gone. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Ho, ho, ho. Hey, Christmas is coming, and if you're looking for the guaranteed lowest prices on name brand appliances, electronics, furniture, and carpet, Shop Blackers, where you can save like the dickens. This Christmas, warm up your home with the color and comfort of new carpeting. All carpet is holiday sale priced, and with the purchase of 50 yards or more, get this Eureka Boss vacuum absolutely free. Hey, save like the dickens on carpet only at Blackers, where you always buy for less.
Well, temperatures are quickly dropping. We're seeing overnight lows very chilly tonight. If you're going to go out, bundle up because it is going to be very cold tonight.
That's right, and a chance for some snow tomorrow morning when you wake up. Be ready to scrape off your cars. Let's take a look at a weather almanac right now. You can see our high today, 38 degrees, a low of 22. The reported high in Idaho today was 42 degrees in Lewiston, 18 below zero in Stanley. No precipitation in the area, and temperatures outside right now, it's 31 degrees, 82% humidity, and virtually no wind out there.
And our current temperatures around the northwest today, a lot warmer in many parts besides Boise. 31 degrees today, only 30 degrees in southeast Idaho around the Idaho Falls, Pocatello area. But look at other temperatures around the area. Pretty much warmer than we saw today. Only a few areas cooler than we were up in the Panhandle around Spokane, Washington. 28 degrees up in Coeur d'Alene area, 25 over there in Montana. But everywhere else seems like 35, 38, 54 in San Francisco, 40 in Las Vegas. Not too warm today, but about typical for this time of year.
And now taking a look at our northwest satellite loop, you can see the clouds over most of the state, which provided a mostly cloudy day for Idaho. Mostly cloudy with a chance of snow showers late tonight. Lows 15 to 25 east and about in the 20s here in the western part of the state.
And across the nation, a strong high-pressure system is centered over Nevada. It produced Santa Ana winds today so strong that tractor trailers were actually being blown over. Those wind gusts were up to 75 miles per hour on some highways, where they had to close several. Very serious conditions out there with those high winds. Other conditions to report across the country. Winter storm in the south, producing an upper-level disturbance along with a slow-moving frontal boundary, which is providing a lot of sleet and ice.
Overnight forecast around the valley, mostly cloudy with a chance of snow. You can see temperatures around the Treasure Valley pretty much in the mid-20s.
And tomorrow's forecast around the valley is mostly sunny, although we do have a possibility for snow, a small possibility tomorrow morning. Temperatures should be right around that 32 to 31 degree mark.
And the picture for the rest of the week, it's going to be getting colder and colder as we go through the week. You can see Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and by Friday, 21 degrees. And folks, those are the highs for the days. So it is going to be cold.
Great. Good day to stay inside and watch
bet.
sports.
Hey, that's what I intend on
That's what
doing.
you're here for, Mike Boyle.
Yeah, that's right. I'm Mr. Sport.
That's right.
Yeah, so you remember that next time, buddy. NFL action going on today, and a lot of good results to report, unless you're a Seahawks fan. They were in action tonight against Jacksonville. Before we get to that, let us take a look at the night of the NBA and the NHL.
Need to update Dad's power tools? Go to the base, Home Base, and get this powerful 7 1/4 inch Skills circular saw for only $39.97. Go to the base, Home Base.
The spirit is in the air. The feelings we love to share. We gather near for joy and cheer in old familiar ways. And here in that special place where love lights up every face, you're home for the holidays.
Boise Town Square, your home for the holidays.
Don't you hate shopping for a new car? It can be excruciating. Even when you finally find a car you love, you wind up battling over the stuff you really want. Airbag, anti-lock brakes, air conditioning. I hate confrontation. That's why I love General Motors value pricing. Everything is already included for one low sticker price. No battles, no hassles. It's the way it ought to be.
The magic of Disney's new 101 Dalmatians movie swept the land, and McDonald's near and far are celebrating with 4 wonderfully festive snow domes. Each snow dome only $1.99 when you buy any extra value meal or new deluxe sandwich. Now everyone can treasure and share the snow domes. But hurry, for there is one who would have them all for herself. The fun is unleashed at McDonald's, your Dalmatian location.
Need help matching colors?
Everybody
Go to the base, Home Base, where you can get this Wagner 225 Power Painter just $79.99. Go to the base, Home Base.
And now to sports with Mike Boyle.
Next to last week of the NFL season, and the playoff picture starting to take shape. Over in the NFC, all 6 playoff teams are set, while over in the AFC, 3 are in for sure, while the other 3 spots will be fought out by 4 teams. Easy for me to say. To show you who's in, let us go to the NFL wrap, shall we? San Francisco and Pittsburgh in our first game of the day. 49ers needing a win on the road. Steelers looking to sew up the number 2 seed in the playoff picture, but the Steelers, forget to catch the ball. Andre Hastings fumble, and the Niners able to pick it up, and they take quick advantage of it. Steve Young, Jerry Rice, touchdown. Jerry Rice, 3 straight years of 100 or more receptions. First player to ever do that. Bryant Young with a sack of Mike Tomczak. And just before you know it, it's 9-0 49ers. And then Steve Young, Terrell Owens, touchdown. And the Niners go on to win it 25-15 over Pittsburgh. Meanwhile, they are tied with Carolina in the NFC West. Carolina can win the division with a victory next week at home against Pittsburgh. John Elway back in action for the Denver Broncos today. They face their arch rivals, the Oakland Raiders. Terrell Davis, his 14th touchdown of the year, tying a team record. Broncos up 7-0. And then Shannon Sharp, there went the helmet. Fortunately, the head's still attached after Mike Morgan got done with him. But Elway coming back That is Rod Smith. He catches the ball and goes in from 20 yards out. 2 TDs on the day for Mr. Smith. Broncos up 24-19. Raiders rallying late. Billy Joe Hobart. Oh, you got to throw it to your own man, Ray Crockett, with the pick. And the Broncos escape with a 24-19 victory over the Raiders. Oakland out of the playoffs for the 2nd straight year. Meanwhile, Cincinnati giving a new contract to Bruce Coslett and rewarding him with a 21-13 win before 15,000 at the Houston Astrodome. Struggling in Kansas City are the Chiefs, the offense in particular, and Marcus Allen showing some of that frustration. But Jim Harbaugh back in the lineup for the Colts, and they are glad he is there. Touchdown Marvin Harrison, 1 of 3 on the day to the rookie wide receiver. This one putting the Colts up 24-13, everything in gear, right? Well, maybe not. Last play of the game, 4th down. Chiefs a chance to win it. Oh, the Colts defense comes up with the deflection. Marty Schottenheimer, another loss at home to Indianapolis. 24-19. Both teams, though, still in the playoff hunt. Green Bay, meanwhile, with their win, can sew up the home field next week with a win at home over Minnesota. Around the rest of the NFL wrap, it is Arizona and Washington. Best game of the day. Kent Graham back in the lineup for Boomer Esiason, and he gets it to Larry Centers. Touchdown. Cardinals lead at this point 7-0, but they are the Cardinals, so they'll let you back in it. Marcus Dowdell with a muff, and that is Scott Turner recovering for the Redskins. Redskins are up 26-24. Last play of the game, Kevin Butler, the ex-Bear, on for the Cardinals. This could win it and knock the Skins out of the playoffs. It's good. And Washington, after starting 7-1, gone from the playoff hunt, losing to Arizona by 1. Meanwhile, in a game that nobody watched and nobody cared, St. Louis over Atlanta, 34-27. Drew Bledsoe and the Patriots in Dallas today. Cowboys and Pats with a win could clinch their division title. Chris Boniol, 1 of 4 field goals on the day. It's 12-6 Dallas. Bledsoe trying to rally the Patriots, but picked by Darren Woodson. And the Cowboys, for the 5th straight year, clinched the NFC East over New England. New England can still win the division title with a Buffalo loss or a New England win over the Giants. Meanwhile, Minnesota in the playoffs. They defeat Tampa Bay by 11. Finally tonight, Seahawks on the road against Jacksonville, and it's the Jags. Jimmy Smith, touchdown. They're up 7-0, but Rick Meyer rallying the Seahawks. 10 yards to Ricky Prohl. It's 13-7 Seahawks into the 4th quarter. But here comes Brunell, and watch this play. The gimme pass up here. Oh, and they give it right to Smith. Touchdown. And Seattle gives one away, 20-13. Jacksonville still in the playoff hunt. Meanwhile, New Orleans, a winner over the Giants. Over to the hardwood now, and the BSU Lady Broncos needed a break. After all, when you're 0-6 and playing top 20 teams every week, it does take its toll. Today, the Broncos hosting Idaho State and hoping to get the goose egg out of the win column. It is the Broncos hosting old rival Idaho State. Trish Stevens looking for her first win as Bronco coach. That is Mandy Ortega from Meridian High nailing the 15-footer. And then Idaho State on the attack once again. Ortega with the rebound, and it's up and good. Kelly Lewis, though, will come back for the Broncos, rallying Boise State, getting the jump shot. BSU is up by 3 at halftime, and it looks like things are in good shape for the Broncos. Lewis coming out in the second half, another 3-ball right there. But then Idaho State would rally. Stacy Nelson coming up with the 3-ball, hits it. And Idaho State, an easy winner, 62-47. Broncos now 0-7, and their coach looking for answers.
Combining our shooting percentage with, the turnovers, with the rebounds, I think that, you're going to have an outcome like that. And, I just want to see our team rebound back, step up. We've got Florida in our tournament next weekend, and right now I think we're beaten down, and we need to find a way to get out of that.
They certainly do. They'll be at home the next weekend. Finally tonight, if your golf game is like mine, and I really hope for your sake it isn't, the need to play year-round is essential. During this time of year, normally your hands freeze off and your score soars. But as Todd Miles reports, now your game can improve while you stay warm.
Go ahead. It's Christmas come early for a group of Boise golfers. No dust gathering for these guys' clubs because they're busy playing golf at least once a week in the Golf Headquarters Winter League. And it's not just any golf. Players get the chance to play 22 of the world's best golf courses from England to Hawaii, the favorite Pebble Beach. You won't find Tiger Woods or Greg Norman here, but you will find some very good golfers.
The whole concept of the winter leagues in here is so that you don't lose your game during the winter, which in a demographic area like Boise is pretty difficult. I mean, when the weather gets bad, it's tough to play outside.
While players tee them up to keep their game sharp, some are finding they are actually becoming better golfers.
Helps me a lot, really, keep my swing in tune and stuff. So, I don't know, it actually is, my handicap's gone down probably 4 strokes since I played here in the winter.
I don't cuss here. I don't throw my clubs, because if you do, they can bounce off the wall and come right back at you, and you can hurt somebody else.
So you just have to kind of hold in your frustration. I don't know if that's good or bad, but my golf game is getting slightly better.
Others will also get a chance to make their games slightly better. The golf headquarters will start a new league in January. Todd Miles, 2 Sports.
And if you're interested in the indoor league, you can call golf headquarters here in Boise and get yourself in there.
Great. Thanks, Mike.
You bet.
Thanks, you, Mike. Well, if you've got a chef on your Christmas shopping list, there are some new kitchen gadgets that might make great holiday gifts. Tonight, Channel 2 chef Peter Schott shows us which ones would be the perfect present for the cook in your family.
Hi, I'm Peter Schott, Channel 2 chef, and today it is all about gadgets. Thank you, Tony, from the Grand Gourmet. Tony always provides these wonderful new things that are on the market. Okay, now what do we have right here? This cherry season, and there is the old-fashioned cherry pitter. Watch how that works here. We're going to take one in here, and we hope it works. Oops, fell out. See what it does here? Let's see, another one there, and this one here, and it falls out. The pits fall down here, and that is complicated, and I think it's time to retire this little thing and put it in the museum. Okay, now what we have here is a modern cherry pitter. This is very, very nice. And we put one in air. And this one, okay, comes down right here, and the pit falls right into this container. Wonderful. Look at another one right here. And again, absolutely wonderful. So what we can do with this is do the cherry schmarrn here. Later programs, we're going to show you how to do the cherry schmarrn. And wonderfully pitted cherries right here. No mess. The pits are inside. A success, I would say. Okay, now here's another one right over here. This is the alternative right here to the mandolin. You know what a mandolin is? It's one of these expensive things that you buy in France for about 150 bucks. This is the alternative to that. A fraction of the price for you gourmets out there. That is the mandolin to use. And what it does is it does all kinds of wonderful things. We have a carrot in there, like so. Look at this. And we have all these wonderful juliennes in there. We can do little slices like this. We can do the ginger wonderfully. We can do the garlic. And for the last thing we have over here is a little gadget that is a teaspoon measure. Look at this. Instead of all these different spoons that we might have around the kitchen, there's a teaspoon measure. And you just adjust that thing. 1 spoon does it all. There's another one for tablespoons. I'm Peter Schott, Channel 2 chef. Guten Appetit.
If you have any questions or suggestions for the Channel 2 chef, write him at P.O. Box 2, Boise, Idaho 83707. The Channel 2 chef is brought to you by Dairy Gold, Pepsi, the United Dairymen of Idaho, Albertsons, U.S. Bank, and the Intermountain Gas Company. The United Dairymen of Idaho, Albertsons, U.S. Bank, and the Intermountain Gas Company.
I got this for you, Pussy.
And I've got something for you.
When you need a gift in a hurry, come to Target. These pasta-filled jars are $6.99 to $9.99, or choose the oil or herb-flavored vinegar for $9.99. Fannie Farmer box chocolates are always a holiday treat. These assortments start at just $6.99.
Here, hope it fits.
We're rekindling the spirit of Christmas, where glistening white peaks meet a welcoming sky. This is Bob Lavelle for Bogus Creek Outfitters. And most nights in the best of winter, we'll be seeing the holidays through the reins of a 2-horse sleigh. On a journey to where roads don't go, but spirits may. At the halfway, we'll treat you to a hearty steak and shrimp supper. Then glide you back to where we started, but maybe a little closer to the way things ought to be. Begin your journey with a phone call and ride the winter adventure with Bogus Creek Outfitters.
When you set out to hatch something that's brand new, you gotta have all your ducks in a row. Oh, you've probably got a pretty good idea of how you think a luxury car handles, but you haven't set foot in this one yet. When you push, it performs. When you lead, it follows. It's fast, it's fun, it's fiendishly flexible. Catera. It's the caddy that zigs. See your authorized Catera dealer today.
Hi, I'm Crystal Cook. Today we were live at Cathedral of the Rockies to preview their Christmas program, and we're going to have great shows lined up for you all next week. So watch 2 News this morning beginning at 6.
Finally tonight, from madrigals to Mozart, there was something for everyone at the Christmas concert at the Cathedral of the Rockies.
Hundreds of people packed the cathedral to hear the holiday concert, and tonight we leave you with some of the musical magic that filled the room. Have a great night.
Good night.